What is the purpose of education if not to prepare students for world outside? Today, the industry is evolving faster than ever. Are our students truly ready? To reflect on this, we invite Professor T.G. Sitharam, Chairman of AICTE, to speak on developing students with industry-ready skills.
Namaste to everyone. Professor Kannan Modgalia, the inventor of the spoken tutorial, I call. Professor Sahasrapudi, former chairman AICTE and chairman NAC and ETF, and all the dignitaries of the dais, and innovator from the X-Step Foundation, and students, and all the esteemed guests. It's always a pleasure to come back to IIT Bombay. I was here several times. And first of all, let me thank the organizers to inviting me. Even I did say, when former chairman AICT is there, he will tell everything because he only started the transformation at All India Council for Technical Education. Today we are really very proud to say engineering education, we have done well, with all the problems. So we can keep saying that we are not, there are no people who are not skilled, there are no teachers in the colleges, there are many things we can keep on negatively talking about. But today we have delivered engineers to the whole world. Whether we like it or not, this is the reality. Today more than 3,000 global capability centers have established hiring our engineers. And you name a company anywhere in the world, there must be an engineer from India. He is, and as Professor Sahasrapudi said, with 29% of the gross enrollment ratio, this is the status. If our goal is by 2035, we would like to achieve 50% gross enrollment ratio in higher education. Definitely 25 to 30% is professional engineering, professional education. I don't call engineering, maybe management and computer applications and all that. If you reach that one, that means another 4.3 crore children will be in higher education. If that happens, our engineers, our managers, our computer specialists will be omnipresent in every company of the world. This is a positive sign which we are looking at it. So today my topic is developing students with industry-ready skills. So we keep on talking for almost like several decades. So we have to do industry-academia interactions. And they never come together many times. We'll be doing, highlighting the importance of it, but we need to sit together. We have done several programs which has not really made a big impact. Particularly professors of practice we have started, both UGC, AICTE, many such initiatives. But as we all know, today skilling is very, very important. Soon, degrees may be irrelevant, but still you need to have a degree along with some special skills. But degrees are becoming irrelevant. So in that scenario, this topic, what has been given to me, developing students with industry-ready skills, is very pertinent and topical, and I think much and more we need to discuss. So let me just say the skills are also changing their domain. Today, conventional skills will be done by robots. For example, if you go to an automobile industry today, the turner, fitter, and all will be done by robots. See, China has already gone ahead. Even it can work 24/7, 365 days without stop. And the factories, even illumination has been put off. No lighting, because they don't need light. It is all robots controlled. So it's already coming in. Even in our automobile industry, the changes are like that. So what are these future skills we need to train our young people for? This is the fundamental question we need to ask. And that's what we have asked at AICTE, started looking at. Look at our nation itself, what we did. In 2014, Honorable Prime Minister started Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. And he realized it soon enough, immediately said it should be linked to education. So the 2019, if you see his plan, the Minister of Education, we renamed after NEP 2020 HRD into education. The cabinet minister for education and cabinet minister for skill development was only one, keeping in mind that skilling should be embedded in education. So that's what we have to do, and we have taken a lot of steps at AICTE to embed the skill development, hands-on, experiential learning, doing things at AICTE in many, many steps. This is very, very important today, with particularly future skills coming in, artificial intelligence, generative AI, and cyber security, robotics, and many others, are changing the way we are going to work, we're going to live, and also even, it's going to be completely disruptive. So this AI, I say, is, even though the word is artificial, there is nothing artificial about it, actually. It's an augmented intelligence, which is here to stay with us. It's going to disrupt. So we need to get prepared. Everyone, not just the students, every one of us, even those who are at the senior level, also need to get upskilled, reskilled. So the Guru mantra is now upskilling and reskilling is very, very important. And what do we train? What is that skilling we are going to give emphasis on? So these are some of the things we need to emphasize more and more. So whether this skilling, should we start for only students? So what we started at AICTE is first the curriculum modernization, so that industry relevant skills have been brought into the academics. So they will learn while they are in the college, not after going back. See, you might have seen in 2000, 2010, majority of the companies take these graduates, like Infosys training center in Mysore, lakhs and lakhs. They train for almost 6 months to 1 year, focusing on the platform. For example, large corporations like Microsoft, Google, all they run on their platform started training 6 to 8 months. So that means student has to spend 1 more year extra to learn the industry relevant skills. So what we thought is, let's build into our academics. That's where we have brought, and particularly in the last month also, we started this. I will tell you, AICTE is much, much more advanced in that curriculum development, because it doesn't even happen in IITs. I'm a professor at Indian Institute of Science, and then later on I was also director of IIT Guwahati. So I have seen in IITs and IISc, the professors are supreme. They don't sit and discuss about curriculum, but nowadays they started doing it. I understand departments have started doing it. Earlier, at least in IISc, we never had a discussion in the department. What I teach is the curriculum. You don't know. And many times it is only 20 students. I'll sit with sometimes 2 to 20 students. Whatever I teach is the curriculum. That is where I conduct the examination and evaluate based on that. But in AICTE, a culture was started during Sahasrabudhi's time. And not only he has given, I will not talk about all the schemes he has highlighted. I will only highlight what we have done a little later on. So recently what I constituted with Anand from Persistent Systems, to bring in AI and generative AI laterally into all streams, civil, mechanical, electrical, electronics, computer science. Everywhere this has to be taught properly. And applied AI, I call, application of this artificial intelligence has to be brought in. Because, as he rightly, ethical use. See, I think we need to change our mindset also. First of all, we should start using it. So before itself, if we put the guardrails, it's very challenging for us. That's why I think you might have seen the recent AI conference Japan and India co-hosted in Paris. Everybody rejected the European agenda of making guardrails. Because when you put guardrails, that, you have to do this is the boundary, beyond this we should not go, innovation will never happen, ladies and gentlemen. Innovation to happen, you should allow them to use. I know many people will misuse. This is a society where misuse will never ever happen in whatever technology you give. Whether it is nuclear technology, see, such a fantastic use of nuclear technology, I only learned after going to HBNI. So we thought that they're only doing sustainable energy using nuclear energy and or nuclear bombs. But you see what their contribution and the healthcare, agriculture, many of us do not know outside the HBNI groups. Today, the medical isotopes, what they generate, is supplied to the entire Indian hospitals. So many people start living, look at the life of the cancer patients. It's completely changed in India. And today we can actually give that technology to many other countries, global south may. Similarly in defense technologies, similarly in space technologies. So this skilling, I think we are overemphasizing definitely because our students are never in bad. Because you can look at the kind of contributions in the last. See, these are the three areas I touched upon: space technology, defense technology, atomic energy technology. We had an embargo from almost 70 years. We have not got any except some Russians' help. We didn't get any help from anybody. But quietly we are making disruptions, or the kind of achievements what we are getting in the last 10 years is mind-boggling. So in defense technologies, we are exporting to 65 countries today. So are these students, and even our IITs have become institutes of Indian technologies. Okay. And who are these professors who are doing that work? If you ask a question, ask many of them. I think many of them I can ask a question here. How many of the professors of IITs are graduate of IITs itself? Less than 4%. 96% of them, if you ask them, where did you graduate? They will start with masters. They'll say, I did my MTech from IIT Bombay, PhD from IIT Delhi, postdoc from Harvard. And again, I have to repeat a question, where did you graduate from? Some of the engineering colleges, which we call second and third grade engineering colleges, they are all very hungry, talented. Opportunities have to be there. Friends, look at 96% of our professors, I will say. You can go and check it. At least I have checked that in IIT Guwahati. BTech graduates of IITs are very less. So that very clearly shows that what we have produced engineers are not bad. We ought to give them some space. Narrative needs to be changed. And definitely, is there a scope for improvement? Definitely. We have not achieved the maximum. There is a lot of scope. And that's where we need to bring in the skilling aspect of it, and where we have to have more and more industry academia collaboration. How do we do this? So recent phenomenon is Center for Excellence. We have now recently established a lot of Center of Excellence of drone labs, our AICT Idea Labs, where experiential learning is happening. So 400 and plus AICT Idea Labs have been established in the colleges. And many colleges are now establishing COEs where students do hands-on, because the kind of experiments in our time what we did is no more relevant. So those things have to be changed. So faculty upskilling is also being very critical. Sasrabudhi talked about it. I will not get into that, but I would like to tell you, we in the last 2 years, we might have trained more than 300,000 faculties through FDPs. Okay, both online and physical, not just online, physical. So faculty development has been extensively done. And recently we have introduced a new programs called PG certification program, which is very unique. That means about 6 months, they will work with some IIT faculty and they get upskilled themselves into emerging areas as well as in the core areas, and complete 18 credits. They will be allowed also to teach cross-disciplinary in their colleges. So similarly, we have signed recently with INAE and Infosys CEEE, Center for Excellence in Engineering Education. Okay, there our goal is to train about 4,500 teachers in the next 3 years. Infosys Foundation has given us 38 crores. AICTE jointly with Infosys Foundation, along with INAE and 5 IITs. IIT Bombay is also involved in that. So we're going to train teachers of engineering colleges for teaching core engineering. This is more about core engineering. How to teach core engineering. We are not going to completely take a course on fluid mechanics and teach that. We'll tell some components of that. How do we teach this? How to engage the student in the classroom. Because today classrooms are changing. So we have to go beyond classrooms. That's why I say no more classrooms are relevant today. So and also students also will not sit. In our time, we studied at a time called compulsory elective time. All of you understand. So only one elective is given, all of us have to take it. Because there is no other teacher nor other course. So we have all grown up in that. But let me tell you, today's students are in golden time. There is a lot of opportunities. Swayam Plus, our National Education Alliance for Technology. There are many opportunities for them to do courses, even MOOCs. And there are online Coursera. Fantastic courses are available. If there is an interest to learn, there is no limit for interest. For learner. There is an opportunity plenty. Sitting in their bedroom, they can learn today. And thanks to COVID, that has become prevalent also. Everybody is now, aware of using technology. So technology-assisted learning. So the emphasis of National Education Policy, friends note, NEP, we are completing 5 years in July. What is brought in is self-learning, focus on self-learning, focus on collaborative learning. That is what AICT Idea Labs and then the Center of Excellence will do. Okay, experiential learning. That means they have to do things themselves and get ready. So that experiential learning through competitions like Smart India Hackathon and many such hackathons. AICT started in 2017. That time nobody even knew what is a hackathon. Okay, we were all, students who, I think many of the seniors who are sitting in this room, we are all graduated in a time, where, why did we take civil engineering is only to join PWD or electricity board, electrical engineering. Okay, that's the kind of a time. We never even heard term called placement. There was no placement officers that time. So today, every college has a placement, but we need to go beyond placements today. We need to make our young people as an entrepreneur, the job giver than job seeker. How do we do that? They need to try to solve a problem. Take a societal problem, come with an idea, and that idea to translate that to a sort of a technology with assistance of technology, solve those problems very efficiently, economically, which is affordable and reachable and attractive to use it. Simple examples I can give you. A small app like Uber or Ola he doesn't own a single car, but he gives you a car where you want, what time you want, at the cheapest of the cheapest. Okay, which even if you book through a known person will be expensive than that. So that is one such example, ladies and gentlemen. But so to do that, we have created this Smart India Hackathon. Last year, 300,000 students participated, and many governments have given the problem statements to do that. And then we are also started looking at apprenticeship embedded degree programs, okay, through BOAT jointly. And we have created working professional program, which is, so far in the last 15-20 years, there was no program in engineering for our diploma or engineers to pursue their career beyond office hours, except they can do an MBA or a PG diploma, but they cannot do an engineering degree because AMI had been abolished by the Supreme Court. So there was no opportunity. So we have created now working professional program. An ITI student can, even while working with a flexibility learning, he can do a diploma. Diploma student can do an engineering student do an MTech degree. Okay, and this is possible at his will beyond the office hours in the evening. But we don't call that as an evening degree or a part-time degree. He gets a degree as a regular degree, like a regular student who goes. Because when outcome is assessed, it's all today outcome-based education. When outcome is assessed, whether he does it online or whether he does part-time, whether it is evening, it has to be treated same. That's what NEP has brought a change. So these kind of changes NEP has brought in a lot of flexibility. I was very happy to tell you, in the same auditorium or in the other room, I don't know, your civil engineering convocation was there. I was the chief guest. After 12 years, a student of IIT Bombay, they gave a degree. I was really appreciative of that. I told them, this is the change what NEP has brought in. After 12 years, even UGC says 7 years, beyond that you have to go back to the first. But this boy dropped out due to some reason. And he came back and studied, passed the courses. IIT Bombay encouraged that and he got a degree after 12 years. So that's the kind of a flexibility we need to bring in, give opportunities to the students, and even the multidisciplinary, multi-exit, multi-entry, multi-exit MEME programs are also very unique. And it doesn't mean that everybody will take an exit. Okay, maybe the people who take the exit will be less than 1%, I'll say, or 2%. Okay, because not many, because they will only take exit maybe because of financial reasons or health reasons or due to some talented sports person will take a break and come back. So I think we should allow it. I think we should empower our bodies like Board of Studies or Senate or academic. They should take the decision, okay, this is a genuine case where we can promote him or give him another exam, assess him and let him complete, rather than very stringent rules, done by the regulatory bodies. This is where I feel strongly that regulations have to reduce, becomes very simple. That's what we have tried to do at AICTE. We made it very, very light and try to create opportunities, plenty of opportunities to students. That's what AICTE emphasizes on. We have also made internship mandatory in technical and vocational courses. And this internship today, we have an internship portal which started during Sasrabudi's time, AICTE internship portal, which has verified about 2 crore, I'll say, but Professor Sasrabudi morning, he was talking to him, 4 crore registered students are there on that portal. That means we have gone beyond engineering, management, and other things. 75,000 companies or 77,000 companies are offering internship. 77 lakh internship are already offered through this portal. So looking at that success of that portal, I also started AICTE career portal, which is very unique. I think all of you should see that. Why? Because today we are talking about tutorial, which is also a similar kind of an effort where you don't see maybe a video, you may be not seeing, but you will learn many things, on skills and upskilling. So this portal of career portal has, starting from resume preparation to interview preparation to upskilling yourself in specific areas required for a specific industry, all are embedded into the one portal. And I'm very happy to tell you more than 6,000 institutions have part of this. 7 lakh employers are there across the world, because this is a blue chip company, which is unicorn, started from Stanford graduates, but located in Bangalore. Jointly with AICTE, they are giving this to students free, and also the institution also they cannot charge. So it is a free service to all the students, because our goal was, see, today education, whatever we say, nobody just comes for education. They will only come for employability through education. So it's synonymous now. So in that context, I think we need to create newer opportunities to students. That's where this AICTE career portal already has able to reach out to 7 lakh students in the last 9 months. And 7.5 lakh students have taken that interview preparation. For a specific industry also, these charts have been trained. So, for example, Infosys, what kind of questions they will ask you in the first interview, and second interview, what will change. All that has been captured, and they can do that self-learning. And at no cost. No cost. Students will like it, because today they are highly tech savvy. So in the technology area, I always felt that, our teachers needs to be upgraded, upskilled. But our Gen Z is very, very conversant. They may not be an experts, but they're fearless. I will tell you, they're fearless. That's where, we are seeing a lot of changes in our education system. And we have a big challenge of accommodating this large number who are coming into higher education, Sasabudhi talked about. We are also looking at skill certifications and recognition from either NSQF aligned courses, and also some of the international accreditation is also happening by the many companies like Microsoft International Certifications. Okay, many of such things are also being part of the college learning itself now. Many colleges are already offering micro credits, okay, to get skilled themselves. We are also offering many other programs like dual degree, joint degree, and twinning, many things. So, in the case of emerging technology and digital tools, I think India has gone far ahead, particularly our Swayam and Swayam Plus and Skill India Digital has to be mentioned very effectively so that you can one of them. So, another area we are touching on is the entrepreneurial and soft skills development at engineering colleges. A lot of effort has been put in because skill is not about technical or domain skills, ladies and gentlemen. Because if you look at our curriculum, recently we are asked to modify the curriculum. We have to reduce. I think, earlier days when I was studying, maybe 200, 250, 300 credits we used to take. But today we have reduced it to 160. But 160 is also too high in 4-year program. Because Purdue and other universities offer only 120 credits. And now credits are all almost normalized across the world. Okay, 15 hours of physical teaching. The classroom teaching will be a 1 credit. 30 hours of laboratory component will be a 1 credit. So, in that context also, we need to change the way we are doing things. So, AICTE has created 2 new initiatives in the last 2 years. One is we have made Institute Innovation Councils mandatory in every college. I'm very happy to tell you 14,000 plus institutions have IICs created, and they are aware of what is innovation, what is IPR, what is patents, how to file a patent, because AICTE also reimburses patent cost through Kapila program. Okay, and last year I did one more thing. Every institution should have an R&D cell today, mandatory. Research and development cell. So it's a beginning now. So they are going to create an R&D cell, identify a faculty, and have a policy on R&D, programs, training programs to teachers, students, and everything, and also problem solving and internships through research also is being. So we are actually at policy level, we are coordinating with MSDE, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. NCVET and AICTE jointly has brought many documents on green skills, sustainability skills, and all that state-of-the-art skill. And we have now skill universities are also established in many states as well as in the central government. State-level skill universities and polytechnics must also align with national standards. We are working jointly with them to create that. And we have also leveraged PMKVY, Prime Minister Kishore, KVY 4.0 for domain-specific training embedded in higher education. Now, what we need to do in the future, institutions must become hubs of innovation and skill delivery. Okay, it's now, I don't think just degrees, offering degrees in a curriculum, classroom, conventional classrooms are going to be relevant. Even students are not going to sit there, let me tell you. See, my time, when I was taking my elective course on elasticity, my teacher used to come in a chuck, just with a chuck, and engage us 50 minutes writing the equations of equilibrium and all that in the blackboard. And we were so mesmerized. How is he remembering and how is he deriving all these things? But today's kids will not really appreciate that. They will say, I will pull it out from the internet much faster than what he writes on the board. So you will not even be there in the classroom. So we need to change the way we teach these things. So industry must see students not as trainees, but as future problem solvers. This is where I think we have launched a new program with NITI and CII. AICTE jointly with NITI and CII has launched a new program called DX Edge for MSMEs. So this problem is very unique, you should understand. So our nation has micro, small and medium enterprises, how many? 8 crore. At least 50% of them are 50 crore and above turnover. They are wage-old family businesses, okay, doing this enterprises. And that means 4 crore companies are there where they need to be now upgraded to technology like artificial intelligence. We can use, and so recently when we launched this program, 6 companies presented how they have used the AI to upgrade their marketing, finance, and also the process in their company and become profitable by 30%. Reduce the cost also, increase the profits also. So that 6 companies demonstration was phenomenal for me. It covers also different sectors, automobile to IT to everything. So that means this area is now anywhere you can apply. AI and tools can be applied in all these areas. Who are the better people to train these specific tools? Our students of AICTE and diploma and engineering students. So NITI CII has come forward to develop the tools jointly, and they would like to give internship or jobs to our students at AICTE and the engineering colleges. I told them, sir, this is a phenomenal idea. We were joining hands with them. So imagine now, there are 4 crore companies, even if they hire one per company. We don't have 4 crore students in engineering and diploma. Hardly 1 crore. That means each one of them will have at least two jobs if you make this successful. So there is a win-win situation for both the MSMEs and colleges here. So this project has been taken up at national level, and I hope soon there will be a practical development on this approach. Faculty also, I think that's where Professor Sasrabudhi highlighted, must become enablers of talent transformation. And I think that's where we need to train them. To that, they should become an enabler rather than become themselves a teacher. Then students also should take ownership now and take risks in creating their own ideas to a startup. So that's another effort we are doing. A lot of encouragement for entrepreneurship and startups. And we started even teaching design thinking very early in the class 6 itself. Is an AICTE effort where we conduct actually entrepreneurship and design thinking boot camps. Okay, and across several actually already has been done. Training teachers, we have a large number of ambassadors now for our IICs, which are very proudly claim that they are the part of the IIC. And this has changed the way innovation is happening in our country. We can see close to 160,000 startups have been created, and 60% of them non-IIT startups. I want to tell you that also. Non-IIT students are starting up, and this is an amazing story. And I think a lot of activities are happening, and we are very positive, and we can, as a nation, look for be a developed nation by 2047. I say Vikasit Bharat by 2047 is no more a dream. It's a reality, but we have a lot of work to do, whether it is in the infrastructure, whether it is in the technologies and deep technologies, whether it is pharmacy, because we are already the pharmacy of the world for generics, but we need to do a lot of deep tech and we need to become a product development nation. So that's the emphasis where AICTE has created a new fellowship, first time in the world, productization fellowship. We give the students of the Smart India Hackathon 4-member team a salary of 37,500 for full 1 year for all the 4 people to continue their idea instead of jumping to a job soon after their computation they won. See, SIH winners, they will be there, but as soon as they get a placement, they will run away. Each one goes to different companies. So we have created this productization fellowship. Please look at it, and quite a lot of interest is there. And for making teachers relevant, we have also instituted called Industry Fellowship for Teachers. We want them to immerse themselves for 1 full year. AICTE pays them 75,000 rupees salary per month for full 1 year for teachers. Okay, if they cannot go 1 year, the 6 months option is also there. And along with that, we are asking industry to pay 25,000. This is on top of their salary from the college. We are asking colleges to depute them with the pay. Okay, that is what we have done. I think there is a lot of interest. I will tell you, 100 crore turnover companies, 36 of them have come forward, offered 186 such fellowships already. Yesterday we got the numbers. So that's a very, very promising within just 1 month. This is within 1 month we have done that success. So these kind of a new initiatives at AICT we have brought in. We made it very, very simple for approvals. I even appeal to the colleges, don't come for approval. Approval will be given to you. Okay, don't come to AICT. You come only with new ideas. If you want to do something on the skilling, innovation, startups, entrepreneurship, we have also created 100 venture funders, okay, group to fund our student startups. So that is another initiative we have launched. And I think a lot of these things have to happen, and our students should become job creators. I think there is nothing can stop us, because if they remove the fear of failure, I think it will be a great thing. They can do anything in this world. And thanks to mothers of India, because they have put their dream into their mind that they should become an engineer or a doctor very early, even before they were born. And not only into IITs, as they don't get into IITs. So this is where we need to thank. And you have seen even the women empowerment, as you talk about it, 30% of our scientists in ISRO are women who have made successful. So I think let's clap the women of India. Thank you very much. Namaskar.